Okay, bad cast leak here. I guess that's just the new handle I recently came up with. We'll see how long I keep it. Kind of like bad Santa, mainly. Anyway, I'm going to just randomly look at some stuff from now on and just react to it, see what it's like. For example, right now I'm going to react to this Nostalgia Hollywood. I've looked at it for a while. I like their stuff. I don't really know why I watch it, but I guess it's because, I don't know, it's kind of addictive in a way. Anyway, what really catches my eye and what I've commented on the comment section, and I think that this is mainly an AI generated and run website, are the thumbnails. Definitely clickbait. Usually the one on the right is, some really buxom female who's not really in the video at all. But right now, let's take a one that I haven't seen yet. It'll be this one right here. See the buxom one on the right? Right there? Let's take a look. Well, I got to get past the ads. I probably should have done that. But we got to look at the ads. That's what we want. Monetization, right? This is showing you what you're going to get. Top 10 meanest. You know, what I really want to do is kind of skim through and see if we see that buxom lady that was on the thumbnail in this thing. Rachel Ray. It's not her. It's not him. No, not her. Definitely not Ellen. Almost could have been Catherine Zeta-Jones, but I doubt that. Let's watch this a little bit. Nope. Russell Crowe. Faye Dunaway. Oh, definitely not. All right. I did not see the lady on the right. Right here in the red dress with everything kind of hanging out. I didn't see her there. Oh, come on. Well, there's Elizabeth Taylor right here. Let's see what this is about. Oh, another ad. Now, this is what we're going for, monetization. On my wife's YouTube, we actually are subscribed and don't have to, we're paying for, we don't have to see ads. Okay. 10 worst cheaters. Well, there's no doubt that Elizabeth Taylor is one of the most beautiful women that ever was, during my lifetime at least. But I don't think that we're going to see the thumbnail on this thing. All right, let's go back and find another one. Here, let's do the first one. The woman right above the cursor, right here, in the green suit. Let's see if she's in here. Marilyn Monroe, another famous, beautiful woman. I did not see the thumbnail on the right. All right, how about this one? The woman in the red thing next to Sharon Stone here on the left. Let's take a look. Oh, one thing about the ads. This is what we're all going for. But eventually people are not going to want to have them. They're going to turn them off. And once people pay for YouTube and no longer want ads, then what's that going to do, for the monetization? Is that out the window? So we've got to love the ads, okay? We are for ads. Yes, for ads. They're not in our way. We have to love them if we want to get monetized. All right, where's the person in the thumbnail? Nope. Well, most of those were dudes. Okay, the middle one right here. The one on the right in the pink bikini top with everything hanging out. Let's see if she's there. Let's see. Well, let's just watch this for a while. I'm almost a little tired of this now. And I've seen, him before. I've kind of watched his stuff. I don't know if I'm tired of it now, maybe. Ads. We love them. We've got to love the ads. By the way, here's my sponsor, Diet Coke. I'll do an ad for him. Skip ads. Let's fast forward a little bit. I don't see anybody. That's going to look like the clickbait on the right. Well, we could just go to general YouTube. Where is my history? So I was looking at Gnosticism because I've got a special thing coming up, on religion on that. Okay, here's one I kind of liked. Not okay to be fat or weak. Embrace. Apparently this is going to be by a strength person, but he's showing clips of people who hate the whole idea of, getting in shape. Let's see what this is about. Oh, yes. This is what we should celebrate. Well, I'm not sure about, the full muscle man thing. Personally, I think everybody should be fit, able to pass the old Army PT test when I was in, push-ups, sit-ups, and a 2-mile run. And you had to do it within certain standards. Most people I don't think can do that anymore. You should be combat fit. And these guys who don't want physically fit, masculine, male, who's going to fight their wars that are coming up? We've got a potentially World War III coming on now with Ukraine, now the Middle East with Israel, and then there's always China wants to take back Taiwan. Who's going to fight? And that's not to mention a potential civil war 2.0 that was in the news a lot before the Ukraine war started. You kind of took it, and you notice how the Israeli war has kind of bumped Ukraine and Russia off the conscious mind of the internet right now. I haven't seen a lot of that lately since the Israel-Hamas thing broke out. So, what's going on there? Oh, what else do we have? Yes, this is live. Where's my cursor over on here? All right. History. Well, I guess I've been watching a lot of stupid stuff lately. There's some of my own stuff, but where's my history? I want all my... Oh, all. See all history. Well, what? Well, you know what? I'm not really sure where to go now. So let's just go to general YouTube and come up with something. I had a lot of stuff. Only 3 exercises. I'm going to say it's probably push, pull, and squat. Let's take a look. And there's going to be an ad. Remember, we love ads. Now, isn't it better to be fit enough, and in my case, young enough, I wish I were younger, to do something like this, instead of drive around the store as a fat person in an electric cart, wheelchair, gorging yourself on YouTube? Why is that celebrated? Actually, I think it's sad. I could go full screen. I'm going to have to figure out the hotkey on this thing so I can pause it at full screen. Since I don't know the pause button, the hotkey on a Streamyard, I'll have to set that up. I have to go back to where I can get to the pause and play button on the site. Typically, the top only 3 exercises you need is a push, which would be like some kind of a chest press, a pulling exercise, maybe a row or a pull-up, and a squat, some kind of a squat. So let's see what he comes up with. Just seeing how it works here on StreamYard to functional. Let me take a bite of my cookie. All right. Where's my pause button? Now it looks like we're going to come up with some oddball type exercises. Sure, these will get you in shape. But you know what? I think that, you could run a mile, walk a mile, and crawl a mile I'd say of the three, I'd say crawling a mile would be the hardest. I don't know that this is really practical. Now the push-ups are good. Maybe this will be fun, live streaming my reactions. Of course, I got to polish it. This is basically, it looks like a modified lizard crawl. I used to do those, when I was in better shape. But right now, I'm a little bit over 70 and out of shape. How can I get back in shape? That is the key. And I do have some physical problems I'm dealing with. But we'll see. Maybe I'll do a complete live stream on that, how I've just become totally ripped again, like a totally ripped Marine. You don't want to be a bodybuilder physique. I read that in some men's fitness article once. Somebody wrote, you don't want to be a big, strong man or something like that because, they're strong, but they tend to look fat. Would you rather be a totally ripped Marine, look like that, and perform like that? It's not just a matter of looks, although I think looks can be important. Like in the other video, where we were talking about, looking at the people saying it's okay to be fat and things, and if you don't like it, you're fat phobic. That one chick who said that if you're doing it totally for looks or aesthetics, then you're, fat phobic. But they go get all kinds of enhancements to makeup. They get all kinds of enhancing surgeries, just for aesthetics. So what are they? Flat-chested phobic? Ugly phobic? Things like that. Let's continue on. See what this guy comes up with for his essential 3 exercises. The lizard crawl with push-ups, I think is oddball, but it would be effective as far as working you out. Okay, this is great. Hey, it looks good for Army basic training, Ranger training, SEAL training, Marines. Yeah, if you want to do that. But it's not something you're going to do as a regular part of your workout typically. And most people aren't going to have access to a hill that they can use like this. And another thing, and I was fitness. I used to jog, starting in the military. I ended up jogging about 5.6 miles every other day. And, karate, I eventually became a black belt in karate. But I never really liked to leave the house. I wanted to start running from my front door. I don't want to go anywhere really to work out. That's my point. So I'm not, now I've gone to a hill up the street. We have some, about a mile and a half away, and ran up and down it before, up in the hills, but I don't necessarily want to go anywhere to work out. See, now he's got a second exercise that I'm going to call some kind of a more of an oddball type exercise and kind of a fad. Remember the kettlebell things? How long ago was this video? Maybe we'll look at that. But I don't really think that. The best thing that I ever did for my legs was, jogging 5 miles or so every other day. See, I'm not going to go out into a country like this, countryside, and work out. So what he had basically on his first 2 out of 3 exercises are 2 pushing movements. The lizard crawl with a push up, and now he's got this kettlebell squat where you're raising let me get my hand in there. You're raising your hand up. That's another pushing movement. No crap. Start light. I'm getting a little bored with this. So let's see if we can go to the other one. Body weight row. All right. I do this. I have a system set up in my garage hanging off a rafter. And I thought of getting those things too, those parallel bar things, because you can row, you can do dips on them. I might get those someday. What I have is I have a rope hanging off my garage rafter on each side, a very thin rope. And I took some elastic band, you know, their handles. The bands are sharp, but the handles are still good. I attach them to the rope, and then I use them to pull down, you know, the handles. It's more like, rings or something like that at that point. I think that's excellent. Okay, now he's got basically, I guess this is the minimalist workout. The only three you really need. But notice the dumbbells and stuff on the rack here to the left of the screen. So it's clearly not the only thing he does. And I don't know if he got his body, just doing what he's doing. And it's not quite a full, bodybuilder body. But even his is maybe a little bit more than what I think is optimal for a soldier, which you should be lean, mean, able to take a M16 or whatever rifle it is nowadays, a pack, and just, charge through the jungles and bush. Maybe he could do it. I don't know. But I think that running is a top thing there. Where's my control? I like that. Oh, look at the green screen in the back. Maybe that's where he got his country scenes, where I said I didn't want to be. Or was he standing on actual ground out there? I don't know. I'd have to go back and look. But it's possible he was in his studio here with an outside background. I guess it's possible. We love ads, but we'll skip them when we can. That looked a little dangerous on the slanting one because you might slip and, fall. I don't know if you're far enough off the ground to really get hurt, but still. I have a tree in my front yard. There were times that, I did do pull-ups off the tree. Now, is it me, or does he look a little thinner here than he did, with the shirt off? He looked a little bit muscular. Well, he was muscular, I think a little bit. Now, right here, he looks to me thinner and, what I would consider a military type of body style for a soldier. Hold up. I have a mouthful of cookie right at the moment. My wife says I'm always talking with my mouth full. All right, is he out in the countryside now? Or is this the green screen? And he's still in the studio. Well, I'd say this almost has to be outside for real. Possibly near his backyard or really something like that. Let me see. How do I get to the Pioneer from here? All right, so right there, it's the Pioneer. Go ahead and take a look at his channel. Pretty good. I think that generally the 3 exercises, well, 2 of the 3 came up with, in my opinion, were kind of oddball. The pulling one at the end, oh, that was excellent. You want to really progress, to full, on pull-ups and stuff. But I'm going to say that the only 3 you really need, as most would say, is a pushing exercise, a push-up of some sort, or maybe a press-up, a pulling exercise, which is a row like the body weight rows, or a full-on pull-up or chin-up, and then some kind of a squatting movement, except for I would probably replace that with, jogs, long-distance jogging. Yeah. Or we could see, I'm looking more like at the old Army PT test. Push-ups, sit-ups, and a 2-mile run. What about a workout like this? 50 push-ups, 50 sit-ups, a 2-mile run in under 18 minutes, if you can. And you do that at least 5 days a week, but not more than 6. And you can throw in maybe 10 pull-ups. 50 push-ups, 50 sit-ups, 10 pull-ups, and a quick 2-mile run. What's wrong with that? I mean, if you can even do all that, basically you're already in shape. And to maintain and, improve. Yeah, you're already in shape if you could do that. So I think I'm going to call it a quit here. This is my first real production of moving around in Streamyard. So I'm going to come back with maybe something else tonight. Just surfing around. I've got some things lined up on religion. And maybe I could get into politics, but then you're going to run into problem with YouTube or something. But yeah, some good stuff and just random thoughts. All right, this is Stephen, a.k.a. Bad Catholic. I'm going to be signing out now, later. Hey, don't forget to like and subscribe.